During a congressional hearing, lawmakers debated the root causes of America's housing affordability crisis. A Michigan congressman argued that excessive zoning restrictions, banking regulations under the Dodd-Frank Act, and limited lending have reduced housing supply, driving up prices. Witnesses pointed to Houston as an example of how fewer zoning rules can help lower costs.
The gentleman from Michigan, Mr. Heisinger, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And zoning is a big issue. And Dr. Hamilton, we haven't had a chance to meet, but Mr. Brooks, Mr. O'Leary, Mr. Moore, good to see you all again. Location, location, location. Watchword in real estate. Well, it's also supply, 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 and demand, demand, demand. All right? My own family has been experienced in housing for over 3 generations. We have been in the aggregate business. We have been in the, for 3 generations. 2 generations have been in the ready-mix concrete and housing development business. Personally, I was a realtor after I graduated with my oh-so-employable political science degree. And my brother is currently a realtor. We have seen barrier after barrier after barrier be put up by every level of government, including with zoning, at the local level, the state level, and yes, the federal level. Mr. Brooks, you hit the nail on the head when your discussion about why local banks and regional banks are no longer holding mortgages because of a disincentive under Dodd-Frank. It has radically changed how the banking business relates to the real estate and to the housing industry. In fact, I most recently just did a 24-unit condominium project that we started just before COVID and finished mercifully after COVID. I can tell you that when we went to the bank that we have done business with as a family for 3 generations, they wouldn't lend the money to do the real estate development. Why? Were we a bad credit risk? Did we not have enough cash in the bank as family businesses? 3 or 4 family businesses all banked there? No, it had anything to do with that. It was the regulators thought they were overweighted in real estate. Therefore, we had to go find another bank. We did. We successfully found another local bank. And oh, by the way, 3 acquisitions later, we were back with the original bank that had denied us the ability to get the loan to do the development. It's fascinating to me that people are not seeing it for all what it is about, which is really, truly supply and that demand. And we have supply not matching demand right now. Mr. Moore, yesterday, the House, we overwhelmingly, and congratulations both sides of the aisle for this, we passed a bipartisan Housing for the 21st Century Act. Federal Reserve is set to have a new chairman. And just talk to me briefly, very briefly, how you believe lowering rates in the future can make housing more affordable for low-income and middle-class families?
I'm sorry, which?
The lowering, your microphone, please. The lowering of interest rates. How is that going to benefit those lower and middle income families?
Well, one of the things I wanted to say regarding this is that you mentioned zoning. And the city in the United States, there's one major city in the United States that virtually has no zoning, and that's Houston. And if you look at my testimony, guess what? That has some of the lowest cost housing. So there's no question that you're exactly right, that zoning has really dramatically restricted the supply. You're so right, Congressman. It's all about the law of supply and demand. And when you have zoning restrictions that dramatically reduce the availability of multifamily homes, you're going to see the prices of homes rise, and it's going to be harder for people like my kids to buy a house.
Yeah, mine too, by the way. They're worried about that. And interest rates certainly are a part of that affordability. Mr. O'Leary, you've been very successful both off TV and on TV with your businesses. As a job creator, what happens when government reduces outdated government impediments, including overburdensome regulations? And then, likewise, what does it mean as a job creator when your taxes are lowered? And for the taxes of maybe your customers as well, like we did in the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act and more recently in the Working Families Tax Cuts. How does that benefit you and the economy?
Well, I liked your analogy on real estate when you open your statements, location, location, location. Let me add something to that now. We face power, power, power. We don't have any. And the Chinese built 511 gigs last year, 110 of it solar, the rest coal-burning plants that make electricity, 250 megawatts at a time. They're killing us. They have no regulation. The big guy says, put one there or you disappear in 18 months.
So we need customers. You need customers.
I was saying, I'm trying to answer it, saying I want
Gentleman's time has
regulation on power so I can create jobs.
Gentleman's time
If I can
has
get
expired.
power, I can create data
please,
centers. I can't do it.
Mr. Leary, thank you. Let's continue that. Power comment's important. Let's put it in the record. Chair recognizes the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Green, who's the ranking member of our Oversight and Investigation